you, it's me, Curtis P. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Sims 4 room building video. Today, we're doing something a little bit different here, adding on to the Halloween-inspired home here with a Halloween-inspired basement. I thought it'd be fun to kind of create this sort of dungeon-esque type of basement, so, of course, that's what we're doing here today. Sort of building off of, again, what we saw upstairs, and the idea of sort of like this dark, sort of rock-inspired room that could be also like a cool little study, sort of hangout area. So if you invite some Sims over, maybe this is the area you guys want to come down and chill and relax in. Maybe that's something you want to do. I don't really know. But working on it here, there's kind of two different sections here. There's sort of the area where the staircase kind of comes down, and then it kind of goes around this corner, and then you end up in this main central room area, which is a kind of a cool open area. Full of a bunch of different objects here. There'll be sort of some bookcases and stuff in here, some good places to sit and relax, maybe watch some TV, all of that sort of fun stuff down here. So tons of cool stuff. Adding in some different objects here, some columns and stuff, because I wanted to play around with some different items here. I was going to do something a little bit different with this sort of wall. I didn't really know if I wanted it to be as thick as it was, because you can tell that it's a little bit thicker than a standard wall here, but I was sort of playing around with anything. I was going to use the secret bookcase in this, but I eventually didn't. I used it kind of in a different spot, so you'll see that a little bit later on here. Adding in some more of those fun Halloween-inspired lights with the sort of hand that sort of holds one of the lamps off to the side there. So just adding those around into different locations around the actual room here. Tweaking some more stuff. Obviously, wanting to make it as Halloween-inspired as I possibly can, so that was one of the most important things to do here. So deciding upon some different pieces here, more lights, trying to make this not as gloomy as it possibly could be. That's always the issue here. So I was like, do I want it to be as dark as it could be, or do I want it to be a little bit lighter? I don't want it to be too scary. That's always like the inevitable downfall, is like you build a basement and it's too scary. Is that a thing? Can it be? It's a thing that I think about, at least. So playing around again with that wall thickness there. I was gonna, like I said, I was going to use the bookcases on one side and then use like that cool hidden doorway, but I decided against it. I used the hidden doorway in a different spot. If you'll notice, the hidden doorway doesn't really open off into anything, so I don't really know what happens when your Sims use it, because it opens into the nothingness of like the basement, so I don't think they can actually go through it. But, you know, it's just one of those interesting objects to sort of throw in there. If you want to add a room on the outside of this room, you definitely could, and this doorway would be a perfect way to sort of lead into that. So you can see the door there that I'm sort of adding in. I was hoping there was a door that looked exactly the same as these bookcases, but there isn't, or at least I couldn't find one, so that was unfortunate. Like, you can definitely tell what's a door and what's not a door, so that's a little annoying. I know in previous Sims games, they've had, like, secret passageway doors that look, like, identical. Those are cool. I really miss those inside of the game. They added like a fun different element. You could do a lot of cool different pieces with it. So adding in some couches and stuff just to give your Sim some place to actually sit and relax, obviously, when they're down here. I figured this would be like a really cool place to like hang out. Kind of like the idea of like if your Sim parents are upstairs having like sort of a house party, Halloween house party, this is the place you send the kids. Go down in the basement. There's some stuff. You can play around down there. Blah, blah, blah. Playing around with these fun ghosts here. These are kind of a cool object, kind of like the pumpkins. You can change their facial expressions based on the different style that you choose. So find a different style, you can throw in some cool ghosts. I think they're also lights, if I remember properly. So they look illuminated in the video, and I'm pretty sure they are some sort of light source, which is kind of an interesting little addition here. Adding in some different objects here, moving around the lamps and such, just because I want to put in some big paintings over top of the main sitting area here. So I'm going to find them. There's some cool new paintings that come with the Halloween stuff pack here, and I think when it becomes night, they actually change and morph into something a little bit more spooky. There's a cool pumpkin lamp there, which is kind of fun. Adding in some more drapes. I love these drapes. I've scaled them up to be larger, and I think they really fit in the room really well. So using some move objects on right there just to sort of move the object a little bit closer to one another, just to give that more of a realistic feel instead of it being so blocked out. Some cool different pieces here. I love that rug. I thought this was a cool place to use it. I hadn't used it in any other place in the build yet, so I thought, let's stick it downstairs. It'll be a perfect location. There's also a pumpkin carving station right there for your Sims to enjoy, so if they want to carve up a pumpkin, there's also one upstairs, but of course, let's also put one downstairs. Why not? No big deal. So that's down here for your Sims to enjoy. There's also going to be a TV and stuff down here too. I always forget there's no game console inside of this game, so I was like, oh, I'll put a game console down here, you know, standard basement affair. There's a TV, there's a couch, there's PlayStation, all that stuff. No, there's no game console inside of The Sims 4. Why do I keep forgetting this? The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 are too similar in my mind that I continually forget like what objects are available and where. It always becomes a little bit of an issue. So added another really cool little table there and some buckets of candy and stuff on top of that so your Sims can enjoy that. Moving the pumpkin lamp around. I like the pumpkin lamp, actually. I've used it in a number of different spots inside of the build, so I really like it. I think it kind of adds like a cool little piece to the room, and it adds additional light, which is always good. Who doesn't want more light? Especially in the basement. Basements are creepy when there's no light in them. So let's just hope the lights don't go out right now, because I'm currently standing in a basement, and that would freak me out. So not really something I want to happen. But here's a final shot, kind of the room here, guys. Hopefully you enjoy it and everything else. Oh, just kind of tweaking it, I guess. Making it look more realistic with some rocks and stuff. There we go. Here's one final shot of the room for you guys to enjoy. Don't forget, you can add this right into your game. There's a link to it on the gallery, or there's a card, sorry, in the corner. That will bring you to the gallery where you can download and install this right into your game. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit up that like button and subscribe to the channel, as I'm working to bring you more Sims 4 based content every week. And of course, make sure you check out the simulation every Friday for the top Sims 4 news every week. Until next time, everyone, I'm Curtis Paradis. Have yourself a great weekend and day and night. What am I doing? I'm talking about the simulation. I'm in a different location for shooting. I'm sorry. I'm in simulation mode. Hold. Have a great time, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.